Alright, so here's part 2 of DTF Fairy. I'll show you the most important things you need to know about this software. So let's start first. We're going to go to the print settings menu, and as you can see I have lots of tabs opened right here. You have to go to advanced settings and enter in a password. It's 112233, log in, and this will open up if you're not already there. This may look a little bit different than your screen depending on which DTF Fairy you are using, but they're all the same. So let's go right here, bi-direction. Depending on your quality, you may want to, if you have something real high quality or some fine text you want to change, you could go with unidirection. You can choose either unidirection left or right, but most of the time you're just going to use bi-direction. I never really use those. You're always going to print in high speed because all your settings are set to high speed. If you do medium or low, you're not going to get any good results. So that's just, leave those alone. Here's your print starting position. If your print is too far to the left or too far to the right, this is what we change. If we want to go to the left, we would choose a higher number. If we want to go to the right, looking at the printer to the right, we choose a higher number. My settings are 85, yours could be different. No two machines are alike. That's your maximum printing width, that stays the same. This is your color bar settings. I prefer to print the color bar and make sure your nozzles all stay wet. You can choose a right color bar, left color bar, etc. Here is this. I never mess with this. Clean while printing. If you have long runs, if you'd like this, clean between a print, you can choose this, and you can choose the interval. You can make it clean every 15 minutes, every 2 minutes, every whatever it is. It'll stop and do a cleaning during print. Great feature. Overlap feather, always check. This always has to be on this as well. And you always want the feather mode to be gradient, never even, always gradient. And the percentage here, you want it to be the lowest number. I think the lowest I can get to is about 65. The lower the number, the faster it will print. The higher the number, you can go all the way up to 100. And it's going to affect the speed of your print. So the lowest number you can go with acceptable results, the better. You'll go faster. We have two print modes. One is precision mode, one is fast mode, and precision mode is highly accurate. You're going to have less alignment issues and tracking issues if you use the precision mode, but most of us, we've got stuff to do, so oftentimes we want to go faster, and that's when we would choose fast mode. Pre-print flash spray, keep that on. All of this I do not use. When you change a setting, make sure we hit the save button. Nozzle calibration, this is where you do your calibrations. Every calibration has a test print that you can follow according to the manual to perfectly align your printer. You can print it, change the numbers, make everything right. We have many different tests, but number one, the most important things are your step calibration. This is your gear ratio on your steps. Oftentimes I have to change this, once a week, depending on the film. Sometimes variances and differences in the film thickness. Sometimes I'll have to change my steps. It's a Chinese machine, it happens. What we would do is print out the chart, see what number correlates to the right setting, which I'll do another video on. We will change that. If it says that the nicest setting is +2, we'd hit the 2 button, we'd hit calculate, and then we'd hit save. Very important, you have to hit calculate and you have to hit save. The next most important is our intra-group offset. So we go offset calibration, intra-group offset. You can print your test, check it out from there. Me personally, I can pretty much eyeball my prints. If I do a print and I notice that my white needs to go to the right, I would add a higher number. This number is always going to be in the negatives no matter what, but if I want it to go to the right, I would make it a higher number. So I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing this for a long time, so I can usually tell. Say, oh, I need to go so many pixels, so I go up a few, 6. If the white needs to go to the left, then I would have went down in numbers right here. And now this is your vertical, this is up and down. So if your white needs to go up, I would go to a higher number. So if my white was off a few, a little bit, I'd just start with 1590 or 1591. I'd go up higher. If it needs to, the white needs to go down looking at it. If you look at it and you see it needs to go down, you would go with a low number. So we go to 86, and this is YMMV issue. Everybody's machine is different depending on how far off it is. You may need to do this several times and keep checking your prints. So this is very important, one of the most important things. Also, your bi-directional calibration. Here you just hit print and you find the straightest line, which is in the manual. I'll do a video on this as well soon, but you want to find the straightest one, and you want to add or subtract a number. If you're in the plus ones, the straightest one, then I would add a number. If it's in the negative ones, then I would deduct a number. I don't want to change my settings on my machine, so I won't. But after you get done, go ahead and save. That's about all I mess with here. But one thing that I have to point out is very important. Your modes right here: fast mode, precision mode. If you are in precision mode, you would change this to 720. This is where you would change everything and hit save. When you are in fast mode, you will change this to 360. If you're in a situation where you're changing numbers and it's not working, likely you are in the wrong mode right here. So again, 360 would be for fast mode. 720 would be for precision mode. Very important. I struggled with this myself. Didn't know what the heck was going on. Version information. Don't really touch that. Here's your error log right here. Motor configuration. I typically don't mess with anything here. If you're somebody that's good with machines, I have tweaked it to go faster, because this is your speeds right here. This is for advanced users. Wouldn't mess with anything if you don't know what you're doing. Also, you can export a copy of your file and save it. So if you mess with anything, you can go back and load the file and import it back and get all your settings back. But this stuff is for advanced users right here. Let's go to cleaning settings. Okay, my cleaning settings may be different from yours, but the most important is your suction height right here. It's set to 78,000. This is its height. There's several machines that I've had to go, to 80,000, 81,000 to get a good suction so that it would do its cleanings. This is your flash height right here, the height of the cap top whenever it does a pre-spray. And if you're getting lots of overspray from your machine, you may need to raise that right there. You can confirm it. Just make sure you're hitting save afterwards. Here's your powerful cleaning settings. I have mine set to 4 for powerful cleaning. Typically, whenever I start my day to get the ink flowing, I'll change this to like 25, and I'll hit suction test, and then I'll do a long suction to get my day started. Rather than doing a bunch of cleanings, just make sure we change it back when we're done, or it will save, and all your cleanings will be 20 seconds long, and you'll waste lots of ink. All of that stays the same. Usually this stuff's set from the factory. Here is the settings for your cap top. If your cap top's out of adjustment and alignment, if you look underneath the printhead and your cap top is off, a higher number is going to take the printhead, the cap top to the left. A lower number is going to take it to the right. So if you're having capping issues and it's not set, this is exactly where you do it. Just make sure you hit save afterwards. Paper feed settings, nozzle layout. None of that. We set that, whenever we set up your machine. Auxiliary settings, everything here pretty much stays the same. I do not mess with any of this. Running test. This is a nice feature that is built into the Calca machine, so you can, feed your prints out of the dryer without actually having to print anything. And when you're done for the day and you want to get your last print, you want to mimic the speed of printing, hit start. It'll print. It'll act like it's printing, so you can feed your prints to the dryer at the right speed so they cure properly. That's pretty much it. I will note that when you're going faster, your prints may not cure enough. You're going to end up having oily prints if you don't cure them enough, and that's viewer discretion is advised. So make sure that you're going at the right speed. But every now and then I do need to turn it up and go faster to get my day over with. So hopefully this helps. Down here, my printer is disconnected right now. If I had any problems with my printer, I would have error codes right here with the print heads. That's something I check often. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll keep the videos of Calca coming. We're going to do some maintenance videos, some repair, how-tos, many different things for these Calca machines, because I think I've sold about 18 of these machines now, so the videos save me lots of time. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.